Hey guys, I'm back with another video. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. For returning subscribers, welcome back. And for those of you who do not know, I'm paid on a weekly basis. I'm trying to balance my life and my finances while sharing my budgeting journey with you guys. So let's get started. Cash stuffing for the very last week of February. I'm a little thrown off only because I am recording this video late, but it's within good reason. We got back from Washington. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, we will go over all that in a minute. So I'm not gonna count out. I know that quite a few of you do like the whole money count, but just trust and believe I have the money here that I need. I hope I do, and I don't get stuck and I'm like, dang, I'm short. Okay, so let's jump in first with my wallet. I don't have my little crouton wonton pouch. It's in another room on my purse, and I don't want to go get it. Okay, we should be good to go now. So we're going to jump on into, I think, dine out first. Oh, it would help if I had my, let's see where we're at. Okay. So first, we're going to get into my wallet. This I carry with me on a daily basis. That way I don't have to swipe my card as much. So my cash wallet is going to get $225. Dine out's going to get $20. So let's break down the cold state of Washington. Jeez. Let's break down this very cold state. Fuel is skip because Daddy takes care of that. Groceries gets $200. 50, 100, 150, 200. So we arrived, and I guess that I guess there's a cold front coming through, which makes sense because here in Arizona, it's still February and it is very cold still, very cold. And then my kiddos spending, this is if we go somewhere and my kiddos want something, I pull that money from here. They currently have 10. They're going to get a 5, so they're now sitting at 15. And also, apologies to those of you who were taken back by the birds in the last video. I have my laptop here, and they were just like, pay attention to us. We are the only ones that matter right now. So my wallet is done. Now we're going to jump into the kids binder. Washington was super cold. I was very unprepared. I didn't bring a scarf, which I don't know why. So I had to use my husband's scarf. My husband did bring beanies for my daughters, and one of those was mine. So I just used that bad boy. Jacket wise, I found out that I actually need one of those long jackets. So he bought me one of those. My husband did. We went to Nordstrom Rack. All my kids get 10. My husband we all went to Nordstrom Rack, and my husband got me a long coat. I'm still debating on taking that bad boy back because it was kind of pricey and that was a little ridiculous, I feel. Anyway, my son has 100, 200. That's in the bank. 250, 260, 262, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 268. That matches up. We're doing good with that. So, oh man, my oldest daughter, she's a warm body, so she loved it there, but I was freezing until my husband reminded me that she had, so I buy those little hot hands, the little heated packets, and I also buy the ones for the shoes. I didn't have any of those, and my daughter had one pack for the hands, so I used that on the day that we went to the zoo. So we went to the zoo to go check it out and see how that was. It is a very nice zoo, but we didn't really get to spend a lot of time there. I think we only spent maybe an hour or two there. It was cut quite short. Okay, so for my oldest daughter, she does give me money from her check to put into her account. So in the bank, she has 1,000, 2,000, 100. Oh, I need to get another placeholder. Hold on. My oldest daughter does give me 10% of her check to put in here. So she has 1,000, 2,000, 2,100, 2,293 sitting in the bank. And then cash, she has 50, 70, 80, 90, 95, 100, 245. So I cannot give her a placeholder just yet because of the way her denominations are broken up. I want to keep some of those older bills and her $2 bills for her. So we did look at the cities of, oh man, it's all skipping me now. I cannot remember. Bellevue. We went to Bellevue. We didn't look in Seattle, but we did look in Issaquah. We also looked in Renwick. No, I think Renwick might have been the one that we went to go eat somewhere, but people are like, no, don't go there, or it seemed normal to me. If it's the town I'm thinking of, it's kind of like a place where we grew up, so it seemed fine, but we didn't see any houses there. So I think we're really going to be aiming towards the Bellevue area, but we will see. So for my double digit baby, she has in the bank 500, 1,000, 1,100. Cash is 20, 30, 35, 37, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43. So 1,143 is where baby girl's sitting at right now. And I had told that little girl, like, you need to get your orders done. She has some orders that she needs to get out. She's just not, she wanted to read. And I was like, that's fine. You can read, but you need to get your orders out. Okay, so my double digit baby and baby of the house have the same amount, so I'm not going to count hers out. We're just going to stuff and roll. So it was very nice. The people there are so nice. One thing which is different, which we don't have here in Arizona, is that they charge for plastic bags or paper bags that you get. And here in Arizona, they don't charge you. But here in Arizona, they charge for tax on groceries, and over there in Washington we weren't taxed on our groceries, but my husband said something about a sugar tax. I'm not sure about that. Grandbabies have 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 510, 520, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27. $527 is what they have. So I'm glad to be back because Arizona, or Phoenix mainly, is pretty stingy with the sun. There was not much sun there whatsoever, and we knew that going in there, but it definitely hit me. I was like, sweet Lord, it is cold. Okay, now hold on, let me do it like this. For my kiddos' birthdays, the total amount that I have in this envelope is 1,100, or sweet Lord, the total amount I have in here is $155, but I do have it split up between my daughter's dividers. So I'm a little off today. I think it's just me. It's me. And I was telling my husband, he's like, what did you think? And it's beautiful out there. It really is. But of course, we're just gonna have to, I'm gonna have to get used to it because I only know Arizona. I've only lived here. I've never lived anywhere else. So it's definitely going to be a change. Okay, so for kiddos this is basically for their spending. For my kiddos, my grandbabies, and for my nieces and nephews, I give them a 5. They have 10, 20, 21, and 22. So another thing that we noticed out there is that, hold on, the kiddos binder is done. We're going to move into long term. Another thing I noticed is that a lot of the houses do not have fences. And my dogs are kind of like free roam dogs. We'll let them go into the backyard and they're back there for hours. As long as the weather permits, we let them stay out there and they really enjoy their time out there, running around and being silly. But there's no fences there. And my dogs are definitely wanderers. They're not runners, but they won't stay put, and they also don't get along with other dogs very well. So that's another thing that we really have to take into consideration while we're looking. Hold on, this charm is okay. It was just something that I had noticed. Okay, so for Christmas got 25. So we have 100, 200, 300, 320, 25, 26, 27, 28. 328 is what Christmas is at. My goal is $1,100 to $1,200. College is going to get a 5. So college now has 500, 505, 510. So any of you who live in Washington or are from Washington, please let me know how the weather goes as far as it being that cold. I'm being told that it's not usually like that. I don't know if I want to believe that, though. I have a little bit of doubt. We also did get to go to the market. We went to the gum wall. We went to the Space Needle, and we also went to the very first Starbucks, which is pretty cool. Emergency got 5, so we have 100, 200, 220, 230, 235, 36, 37. So the kids had a really good time. My little ones, of course, double digit baby still like, I don't want to move. And I'm like, I know you don't, but it's already happening, baby. So we do need to look into schools, and I need to find doctor's offices. And I know my daughters want to continue Taekwondo, so I need to find a dojo. I don't know how Girl Scouts is going to go, but it's a bit overwhelming, but I know I can do this. I've done it before. I can do it again. As far as like finding all of these places. Okay, the later me got a 5. This is a retirement for me. So I have 500, 520, 530, 31, 32. And I'm just glad to be back. I felt so off because I wasn't able to do my budgeting. It really threw me off. And I think I need to get used to not being in such a routine, because I'm used to my routine, being able to do this every week. And it keeps me, it keeps me centered. and I was a little off because of that, but I'm back now. Everything should be okay. And I know once we move, it's going to feel like home and I'll be able to deal with that. It's just, you guys already know. No days off is a PTO fund that I have here in the house so that if my sick hours don't cover it, I only get 40 max. And just in case I need to cover bills or expenses or whatever it is, this comes into play. So I gave it a 5. I have 100, 200, 210, 220. And it's getting closer for me to retire from the job that I am at now, but it is in full throttle as far as me training. I'm training someone virtually, and then I will be training someone in the office. And it is just a lot. My boss is really pushing for me to get as much done before I go, which I completely understand, but it is a lot. It's very stressful right now. Okay, so for vacation, I don't think I have anything. No, I have nothing in the reserve. So stay, as I told you guys before, this is covered because of the timeshare. Food has 100. Miscellaneous has 100, 110, 111. That's for like excursions. If we go to any of the stores out there, it'll cover that. Post vacation, so this is going to cover any expenses so that when I come back, I don't have to dip into other envelopes. Post vacation has 100, 200, 220, 240. I'm going to leave that as is, and I'm actually going to put this into the miscellaneous so that if we go to any tiendas out there, it'll help cover that because I know my kids. So I now have 100, 110, 115, 116 hanging out in the miscellaneous funds. So that's what we're looking like for vacation. So the total amount I have in here is $461. And a majority of that is in my account, trying to collect some interest before we use that. And we did have to use a lot of our travel fund when we were out there to pay for parking or to pay for fuel and to pay for food and things like that. The price difference out there, it is a little bit more expensive in Washington, well, at least like the Bellevue area from what I remember. So yeah, that's something we're going to take into consideration. Long term is done. We are now going to jump into, let's get into a month ahead. That's only one envelope. Okay, one thing I'm a little sad about, we didn't get to go to many Asian restaurants. I heard that the Asian food out there is so good, but we didn't really get to try much except for one restaurant. I don't remember the exact name of it, but it was inside of a mall and it was really good. We got bao, we got some noodles, we got some dumplings, and my kiddos really liked it. My baby of the house, she does not do anything like that. So I got her Johnny Rockets. I got her some plain ground beef patties. She'll just eat hamburger patties plain, nothing on them whatsoever, and a side of fries. So that's what she had. She was fine with that. Okay, so month ahead is going to get a 5. And I think that I might have confused. I know I definitely threw off some people with the breakdown here. Okay, so this is what I have in each envelope. Now I know that it's not showing in here, these amounts. The only one that has money in it is for fuel. So car note has 189. Before I even get into that, let me let you know right now in the bank, I have $1,000 from all of these combined. So if you take $1,000 and you deduct it from the 1,065, I have $65 cash in here right now. 189 for car note, 97 for electric, 300 for fuel. That's fully funded for 1 month. Gas for the home, $31. I don't know how it's going to be living out there though. So that's so far fully funded. Groceries has 150. Insurance has $66. Internet has 88. That's fully funded for right now with what my bill is. And then my phone is 139. That's getting close to being fully funded, but not yet. So this money that you see here for fuel is just additional that I would need to once I get to 100 in this total binder. Then I will deposit that 100 into the bank, and then I will be at $1,100. I hope, well, $1,100. I hope that's cleared it up for anyone that I might have kind of thrown off when I'm like, follow me, and I think I lost most of you. So month ahead is done. We're now going to jump into short term. Okay, so we're going to first jump into beauty. Beauty is going to get 5, and now beauty has $10, $15, $20 in there. Can we is so that when the family asks, can we do this? Can we do that? Can we go here? Can we go there? Can I get this or that? I can say yes. I'm going to give that a 5 for the week. And we're now at 100, 200, 220, 230, 235, 36, 37. I like to keep cash in here because sometimes I need to actually just have cash on hand. Otherwise, I would put that in the bank. Okay, so clothing will need to have a deduction taken out because I did buy those swimsuits and it was like $66 to $68 roughly, but I am going to add a 5 for right now. And clothing sitting at 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 107. The dogs were freaking out when we got home because, you know, we do leave and we'll leave them. We'll have family come or we'll leave them with family. And when we came home, Leia, the lighter colored German Shepherd, she just like fell to the ground, turned over on her back, and just started corn cobbing the heck out of my arm. And I was like, okay, calm down. And then Panda, the more aggressor, she's the traditional looking German Shepherd. She went and grabbed her ball and she was like, play with me. So they lost their minds, but they're okay now. They're getting back, into the routine. So daddy got a 5. This is for anything I want to purchase for my husband. 100, 200, 250, 260, 270, 271. And my daughter left her ferrets with my husband's friend. And I don't know if he liked watching them because they are very curious and they get into everything and they like to hide things. They're like that weird little creature from, what is that movie? It's kind of like based off of Harry Potter. And it has that little fuzzy creature guy that kind of looks like, not an otter. What does he look like? I can't remember offhand, but he steals items or like shiny things and he puts them in his little pouch or he'll just like pocket them. I can't remember the name of the movie. If it comes to me, I'll let you guys know. Gifts got 5. That's 50, 70, 90, 100, 101, 102. Man, why can't I think of the name of it? And it's the cutest little movie too. Anyway, okay, so giveaways is for you guys. This is to purchase any giveaway items or for postage. I have $50, $55, $56, $57, $58 hanging out in here. So I'm actually supposed to be at work today. It's Monday, but I was like, I'm taking an extra day. So I'm at home by myself and it is dead silence here. It's a little weird. Okay, health and fitness got a 5. So this is for any supplements, anything health and related, anything from my body that I need to get done as far as eye exams, doctor's appointments, whatever. So I gave it a 5. I have $10, $15, $16 hanging out in here. Oh, and then my supplement renewed and I forgot it was going to renew so soon and I wanted to kind of take some items off. They charge that bad boy, so I'm probably going to have to deplete this and then take from personal. We'll see how that goes. Investments is going to get a 10. So right now we have 10, 20, 30, $31 in there. And my investments for last week, I'm pretty sure I have readily available, but let me double check before I start lying. Okay, so for the week of the 19th through the 25th, let me make sure. Yeah. I invested $1 into Capital One, 1 into Walmart, 1 for Starbucks, 1 for Shell for fuel because I had to buy food, fuel out there. T-Mobile, Netflix, Burlington because I needed to buy a small little carry-on, and then Delta Airlines. I did two investments into that because I needed to check my daughter's bags twice. I was not happy about that, but we had to get it done. So I will take this money out at a later time, but for right now, it's just going to sit in there. Kiddos activities. This is anything that my children are involved in. Taekwondo, Girl Scouts, photos, field trips, book fairs, all those good things. I want to make sure I have money to cover that. So I'm putting in a 5. So we have $100, $120, $125 in there. Next will be for miscellaneous. This is a binder or envelope buffer. I can never get through this. This is an envelope to cover any expenses that go over in any of my envelopes. Okay, so we have $50, $60, $65. It is a binder buffer, an envelope buffer. There you go. I say it after the fact, but it's all right, right? Okay, so personal is going to get a 5. And this is strictly for me, any purchases that I want or need to make. I have 100, 110, 120, 121 hanging out. Next will be pets. So pets are going to get a 5. I do need to buy them some treats, but we'll see how I get that done. Treats are pretty much treats. But Pets has 100, 200, 300, 320, 330, 31, 32, 33, 34. God Lord. And then Shop. Shop is the very last envelope in my short term. So I'm sure this is going to get a 5. Yes. Oh, I need to go back. Health and Fitness is supposed to get a 10. Oh my gosh, I'm completely messing up. I'm just like running through. I'm not even looking at my tracker here. Okay. Shop is actually getting 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. See what happens when I'm thrown off? Okay. Shop has 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75 is in Shop, and this is to purchase any items that I need. So let me go back to Health and Fitness. I'm showing Health and Fitness is actually supposed to get 10. I wrote 5. Let me double check. I completely jacked up my life. Okay, Health and Fitness is supposed to get a 10. So I have 10, 20, 21 in there. So I need to update. I'm just rambling. So I'm just going to add again. So another 5, and it was what, 21? I know I have that tracker, and I should be looking at it, but okay, and then I need to go back to giveaways. Giveaways is supposed to get 7, and that's going to put me at 60. That's why I did it. Okay. So I would have been left over with all these ones, thinking I'm rich. So 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60 in giveaways. Oh, that's a good amount. That should be able to cover postage. I have that giveaway coming soon. I'm just finishing up items as I continue to tell you guys. It's coming through. It's just taking a little bit longer than I had expected, unfortunately. Okay, and then clothing is actually going to get $8. So I had already put 5. So I have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 100, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 110 is where I'm at. So let me fix this. And this is going to be wiped, I'm pretty sure. What did I say it was? 3? Okay, 110. All right, so I think we're back on track now. I should have been paying attention. Now, since we're done with that, let's go ahead and jump into holidays and seasons. All right, holidays and seasons. We'll start with Valentine's Day. I am starting over fresh on this one. I want to at least have some kind of a head start. So I'm giving it a 5. I now have 10 hanging out in here. This will be for Valentine's 2024. Easter is going to get 5. So Easter now has 100, 200, 210, 220, 221. And that's to cover, oh gosh, my kids, my grandbabies, and my nieces and nephews. Halloween. All right, Halloween, I think I'm giving 15 to. It's getting closer. I mean, it's not right around the corner, but I just want to make sure I have enough. This goes $300. That should be able to cover costumes, makeup, all that good stuff. So I have 20, 40, 50, 60, $61 in here. I'm hoping that is okay. I think that's what we did last year, and it worked out all right. Thanksgiving is to cover Thanksgiving groceries or decor or any of those things. I'm giving it a 5. So I now have 50, 55, and my tracker should show the same. Yes, I'm good to go with that one. Christmas is anything extra for Christmas, such as wrapping paper, gift bags, groceries, decor, any of those things. So I'm going to give it a 5, and I have 50, 70, $75 in here. Christmas is definitely going to be different this year. I don't know if we're going to fly back home, or if family's going to fly to us, or if we're just going to stay there and just have Christmas with our family. We'll see. We're going to see how that's going to go. Okay, so for winter, now for seasons, this is to cover any extra seasonal activities or expenses. So I have 100, 120, 140, $150 in here. Spring is up next. Let's spring into spring. I wish we could. Okay, so spring will get a 5. So spring has 50, 60, 65, $70. This goal shows 110. I think that's just something cute that I had added in here to liven it up, but I don't really have a goal. I don't have a goal for a lot of my seasons, but I have to double check. I think I try to cap some of them. Like I think summer is really capped at 240, but we'll see. Okay, so summer's gonna get a 5, so I now have 55 hanging out in here. And then the very last one is gonna be for fall. Fall is going to get 5. And I've already filled this up once and then I'm doing it again. So that should be 120, but we'll see if that's where I'm going to leave it at. So I have 100, 110, 115 in fall. Okay, so we are done with holidays and seasons. Now let's jump into home and auto binder. All right, this should be the very last one if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see. Okay, so Betty Boop's going to be the first one. This is for my car. Oh, I think I told you guys she's in the shop. So she's getting her hair, she's getting a new dye job. She's getting worked on. So I should have her back by the middle of, no, it's probably going to be the first week of March is when I'm going to get her back. So right now I am driving an Armada. I used to have an Armada years ago, but right now mine is more like a mid-size SUV, a smaller size one, and it's different. I feel so high up. I feel so tiny, like I'm being swallowed up in this big thing. I'm like, how did I drive this before? But hey, we do what we do. All right, Betty Boop has 100, 110, 115, and I want to keep at least a minimum of $95 in here. I think I had stated. Anyway, somewhere between those numbers, like 92 to 95 for my oil change. Anything else is for smell goods, making her look cute. Car tag. So my goal, the car tags here in Arizona is for 2 years, $662. Oh, you know what I'm thinking though? How's that going to work if I'm getting a 2-year registration and then we are skedaddling to Washington? And how is that going to reflect with this if I'm doing a 2-year? Oh, whoa, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I might have to call to the DMV and find out because right now I'll be at my goal. I'm missing $1. That's okay. I probably added extra somewhere over there, but that's fine. I'm just going to continue rolling like this. I don't know how that's going to work. Now I'm thrown off by that. Okay, so car tags usually gets 13 every check, as you can see. So right now I have 500, 550, 570, 580, 81, 82, 83. Dang, I'm actually off by... Oh, no. I counted wrong. 550, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. I'm $1 off, and I don't think I have $1 anywhere. So I'm just going to leave that as is, and I'll have to try to recoup that somehow. I'll fix that later when I get some change. Okay, home maintenance. So home maintenance is anything that I need to purchase for the house, whether it be new furniture or storage bins or anything like that. That's when this comes into play. I'm going to give it a 5. So we now have 50, 55, 60, 61, 62 in here. I don't know if I did a deduction for this one because I did buy some bins for my studio in here, but we'll see. Okay, so household supplies. This is for any small goods, cleaning supplies, things like that. I'm going to give it a 10. So I now have $20, $30, $31 in here. What time is it? Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, time has passed. Insurance deductibles fully funded, 500. I leave it alone. Toiletries, that's going to get a 10. So I now have $20, $30, $40 in here. And okay, so okay, great. I at least have those. I have that right. All right, new decor. This is for the new pad. So, oh man, okay, I'm going to give it a 5. So I have 100, 120, 140, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. And next up will be new furniture. So new furniture is also going to get a 5. So we have 100, 200, 205, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the very last one is going to be for moving expenses. So any extra moving. I thought I just heard my door open and I'm like, nobody's supposed to be here. So who is coming into my house? Okay, moving expenses. This is extra moving expenses that we might need to fork out. So I have 100, 200, 250, 260, 65, 66, 67 in here. That was really weird. I wonder if a window's open. Okay, you guys don't hear from me again. You already know I've been taken. I'm just kidding. Okay, we are all out of money, so I want to thank you guys so much for sticking with me. I really do appreciate you guys. Please comment, like, and subscribe, all those fun things. And until and if I am taken, one of you guys better turn into Liam Neeson and come find me. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.